Hello, my fellow griefers and trolls. Eric, the Plague Doctor here. And beekos, I am back with more Elder Scrolls Online. So, in this one, this is going to be the first video I do with a webcam where I'll be wearing my Plague Doctor mask and have my top hat to accompany it. And also hold it on my head. So yeah, I don't know how well you, all of you will be able to hear me, but this is kind of just a experiment. When I go back and watch this and I can hear myself clearly, then I'll probably wear it in more videos. But if not, I won't. Let's see how long I can last in this thing. Sometimes it's hard to breathe. But anyways, in the last one, we infiltrated. We infiltrated this place that we needed to get to. It's pretty much, it's been fun. We went to the Clockwork City, and now we need to catch up to Sotha Sil's shadow, which is most likely behind that door. But it's probably gonna involve a lot of fighting. So, and anyways, let's see what Luciana has to say to us today.
Tighten that armor and sharpen your weapons. Entering the Cognitum Centralis can prove deadly on the best of days. This is far from the best of days.
Well, what should we expect from the Cognitum Centralis, Luciana?
Beyond whatever Daedric horrors the Shadow left in its wake? The Cognitum shifted into its configuration as soon as the alarm sounded. So now we have to contend with inaccessible platforms, hostile factotums, unleashed fabricants.
Well, fuck. Do you think the defenses might slow the Shadow down?
You know I don't put much stock in hope. Sotha Sil prepares for every conceivable eventuality, but the Shadow is Sotha Sil. It's difficult to create countermeasures for yourself. We can't count on Sotha Sil. This task falls to us. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm prepared to enter the Cognitum.
Let's see it done.
Alright, let's do this. So, good news. Luigi got ESO. So now you might see him in future ESO videos like this one. I've kind of been helping him play the game and learn the ropes a little bit. It's been fun. To help him level up for the Somerset quest line, I told him to go through the Molag Bal quest line that we all did.
The defense system locked down the bridge. Slag it! I can use this terminal to unlock it, but the alarm cut the power. Looks like it has 2 charging junctions. I need you to find 2 core pumps. Can you do that? One other thing. There's a master factotum down here called...
Greetings. I am Ios. Please be advised. The sacred Cognitum Centralis is currently sealed. I kindly encourage you to exit the Cognitum immediately. Thank you for your compliance.
Not going to happen, Ios.
Well, this way's blocked. Piglet. Oh, shit! Nice to see that you're here. Can you hear me clearly? I just need to know that now. my phone. Soft Piglet, can you hear me clearly? I need to know this now. Soft Piglet, I'm asking you if you can hear me clearly. Or are you just fucking with me in the stream chat? Alrighty then. Here we go. Okay, so it's hard to hear me. Kind of what I was suspecting. This mask is about as hard to breathe in as it looks. No breathing holes. And obviously I can breathe through the sides here, but that's about it.
Beginning entity analysis. Error. Entity exists outside known POSA points. Transitioning to general reception array. Hello. I am Ios, the Automata Incarnum Overseer System. Master Sil created me to maintain and supervise the substrata operations of Clockwork City. This partition can provide answers to Class 7 queries only. Thank you for your understanding.
Your master is in danger. Let us through so we can help him.
Assessing threats to Master Sil.
Dreaming. Open window. Sunlight through glass.
Threat analysis prepared. Prospect Numidium. Negative. Prospect Almalexia. Negative. Prospect Erasure. Negative. No existential threat detected.
There is a threat! The Daedric Prince Nocturnal!
Accessing privatized threat array. Dreaming.
Knee abrasion. Lullaby.
Threat located. Nocturnal. Urdra. Unfathomable Mistress of Shadows. Prospect registered. Risk level moderate. Thank you for your concern.
Now can you help us?
Motive evaluation complete. Non-hostile intent confirmed. Assistance threshold increased 20%. I can now provide advice and analysis. A manual override is required to proceed. Lower automata still adhere to trespass protocols. Use caution.
Okay, well, I'll go back and check the audio. Put the mic closer to my mouth. Soft Piglet, It was close to my mouth. See? That's how close to my mouth it was. Kind of hard to breathe, let alone talk in this thing. Yeah, indeed. That's probably gonna end up being a one-man thing unless I can figure out how to get the mic close to my mouth. But as I was saying earlier, in case it was too mumbly for people to hear, Luigi now has the game. So you might see him in future ESO videos. And because he did not have money, I was nice and got the game for him. And now I've kind of been mentoring him in the game. Come on, stay inside this circle of arrows, you degenerates. So you might see Luigi in ESO videos. Which was gonna be fun. Turned Luigi into a werewolf. Not with this character, but it was my main one that I used to play with my friends. Oh! Nice! Spellcrafter armor, not interested. Go. Now Luigi decided to go with Nightblade. He's also an Argonian like us. So that's gonna be easy. Since I can, like, advise him on skills and such. Though the version I bought him comes equipped with the Dark Brotherhood, so maybe me and him can go through that quest line together, along with the Thieves Guild. And since the Dark Brotherhood is what we're doing next, I can chit-chat with him about a collab.
Admonition. Many of Master Sil's defenses still conform to strongbox protocols. Risk of severe laceration, incineration, and/or disintegration remains high.
Alrighty.
More shadows, even thicker than before. Damn. The shadow banishing spell I used on the lift overtaxed my nerve junctions. We'll need to find another way through. Try throwing that switch. I see something. Some kind of light burning away the corruption. A lamp, like the one you used to expose the shadow. Another switch. When Sotha Sil saved me, he said I would shine a light one day. Could this be... Questions for another time. Let's keep moving.
Follow me, are you?
Sotha Sil know about the shadow incident and prepared for it?
More shadows. Let's hope Sotha Sil had the foresight to install those lamps here too.
I'm sorry.
To banish all you can. It will take more than lamps to keep me from the throne aligned. should be thankful. If you only knew the things Sotha Sil is capable of, you'd want to kill him too.
Operations and gate controls. How can I assist you?
I need you to lower the gate that blocks our passage to the throne room.
Evaluating access petition.
Dreaming. Raindrops on glass. Wood smoke.
Access granted. Please make swift progress to the throne room. Daedric corruption detected. Core rotation initialized.
Another gate. Damn! We've got to find the release!
You're close now, but not close enough. Now, I will unlock this fool from the throne and claim what's mine.
How deep do they...
Warning. Situation critical. Daedric threat rating increased to severe.
What's going on in there, AS?
I detect both a Daedric entity and a Daedric artifact in the throne room. Proximity to the throne aligned, and Master Seal poses existential risk to city and all occupants. Cleansing mechanisms offline. I urgently request that you intervene. Conduct confidence assessment.
Dreaming. Deceased bird. Handkerchief.
Confidence assessment complete. Certainty rating does not meet credible acceptance threshold. Fail-safe preparations underway.
What does that
This
mean?
partition is not authorized to discuss fail-safe protocol. Effects on non-divine person psyches deemed too dangerous by Master Seal. Failsafe will disengage if Daedric corruption is reduced to acceptable levels.
What is an acceptable level of Daedric corruption?
0. Farewell, and good luck.
Okay.
Unseat the real Sotha Sil. We cannot let
I
it get
see
inside
I'll
us.
have to deal with you permanently between my mouth. Come, face the darkness.
Get these creatures away from the shadow.
mind where I came from. I'm keeping Seal alive, you ungrateful shrew. We can't let the shadow escape.
Just hurry. I can't hold the light for long.
Even now, at the end, you bicker. How predictable, mortal.
Nocturnal!
Why do you struggle so? Do you not see that it's hopeless? Sleep now. Give in to the dark.
I'd rather not Nocturnal.
Have to throw the skeleton key! Now!
I will not yield. Go, friend. Do as Fear says. Unlock the throne. Free Sotha Sil.
Why can't we? This is awkward. What is over there? This is weird. But why won't it let us open it? This is frustrating me. There we go.
You trespass, murderer. The clockwork city shall bear your weight no longer. Be gone.
You achieve nothing. Triad lose upon Somerset shores. All that is shall be ours.
Well done, my friend. Oh, enough theatrics,
Oh,
Luciana.
this ties in.
On your feet. Luciana? We should return to the surface. This is no place for mortals.
Well, at least we figured it out. Huh. Weird though. Sotha
Prisoner. At last. You are early. Or perhaps late. It makes little difference. I'm glad you've come. Tamriel owes you a debt.
Are you fully restored?
Restored, yes. I reclaimed my shadow, and with it, knowledge of what transpired and what's to come. But those calculations will keep. I owe you a boon. Service, like all equations, demands precise reciprocity. I wonder, what would you ask of me?
What about the skeleton key?
Clever. At another time, in another place, I would gladly part with it. In truth, I have no interest in Daedric baubles. Unfortunately, the Shadow Queen still lurks on our threshold. I must send this key away, farther than your feet can carry you.
What other gifts do you offer? Can you give me power?
Power? Interesting. Power to what end, I wonder? You possess a great well of potential. Unexplored depths, hidden by self-doubt and narrow perspective. Feel no shame. I know something of self-doubt. I can reveal this potential if you wish. Ask and you shall have it.
I want power.
Then you shall have it, along with a prize from my vault. This treasure is and always has been yours. Put these gifts to good use, or do not. Triumphs await regardless. We are, all of us, bound by our natures. Your nature demands victory.
But of course we would choose power.
You should know, then you shall have it. Strange. I spent lifetimes here in the world of tangible forms, but each time I emerge from the throne, it's like I'm seeing it for the first time. Broken, impoverished, beautiful.
What will you do now?
It seems I must delay my work for a time. When I reclaimed my shadow, I learned a great deal. Daedric plots, alliances and betrayals, the return of things lost in time, the loss of things the world thought certain. I have much to do.
Can I help? What do you
In
need?
the short term, I need to Vaith Fear. He took matters outside my fortress. I wish to speak with both of you in a more private setting. Please find Fear, and then meet me at the elegiac replication.
I'll find him and meet you
We
there.
will speak in time. First, find Vaith Fear. I wish for both of you to meet me at the elegiac replication, a memorial south of here. Our discussion should be away from prying eyes and ears, even those of my own people.
Where is Luciana
You
now?
will find her in her retreat here in the Basilica. The totems tend to her wounds even as we speak. Of course, you already know how this will end. I hope that knowledge brings you some measure of peace.
Nah, let's just leave. Fuck her. I'm curious though, let's check out what that does.
God. Really cool. So does this armor that we have. Probably the first time I've actually seen our armor. I'm always wearing costumes.
Ah, my erstwhile companion. You look remarkably coherent. Most mortals caught in a Daedric tempest would suffer some lasting effects. I'm impressed. Baffled, but impressed.
Sotha Sil asked me to find
Already?
you.
I expected him to wait at least a week before summoning me. Seal's concept of time bears only a faint resemblance to our own. You should set out. I'll be along shortly. You didn't, though. Bully for you. In truth, I sought an alternate route to the throne, through the Everglow. Unfortunately, Nocturnal detected my presence immediately. One of the few burdens of near-divine power. I'm difficult to miss. Trapped? No. Impeded, perhaps? Fortunately, Nocturnal's attention turned to you and the good Proctor when you defeated the Shadow. It gave me the opportunity to pinpoint the object of her fury. You. I followed her to the throne. The rest is history. Taking it all in, I suppose. Surely you won't begrudge me a moment of vulnerability. This place. It is something. I sense that I won't return anytime soon, if at all. When you've lived as long as I have, that actually starts to mean something.
What's to keep you from coming back?
One can only marvel at a rival's triumphs for so long before that awe turns to resentment. And I have no time for petty jealousy. I have plans of my own.
Yeah.
Hippity hoppity cloppity cloppity.
Thank you, Bob.
A friend. Seem more troubled than you, I mean.
Receptive, as always. I do wish to do it, but Nocturnal here will be short-lived. What's more, she does not act alone. A third enemy looms at the edge of my sight. Their covetous eyes are now fixed on the Somerset Isles.
Then we should inform the rest of the Sijiks. They'll need to prepare.
I will inform them personally. I have a separate task for you, Devaith. Take the skeleton key. You can. I trust that this task pleases you. After all, your love of such trinkets is what brought you here in the first place.
Sometimes I wonder if you see too much. I will keep it safe.
Farewell, Devaith. We will not meet again. Visited this memorial facility. I need reminding now and again. Do you like this place? Me the better part to perfect. Every stone tells a story. Tales of how things were. How they ought to be. I thought about destroying Asian. I'm glad I didn't.
I have questions.
I know. Ask and I will answer truthfully. Just know that the truth often fails to satisfy. You expect something grand, but I promised you the truth. I am only what time and circumstance made me. Son of a lost house, friend to a fallen king. Some will tell you that we are of our choices. I found that to be best.
You're supposed to be a god, right?
I am whatever the people need me to be. A guardian, an oppressor. For some, too distant. For others, too meddlesome. A canvas upon which they paint their dreams and resentments. A vessel for their hopes and doubts. A mirror, nothing more.
If you believe that, why even call yourself a god?
I don't. But my companions, Vivek and Almalexia, see their divinity as essential. Godhood brings them joy and purpose. They find meaning in the theatrical. Who am I to deprive them of that?
What are your feelings for Almalexia?
Almalexia defies symbol analysis. I doubt she could even describe herself accurately. To understand Almalexia, you must first understand the value of fiction. Vivek fancies himself the poet, but in truth, AM is the greatest storyteller.
How so?
Vivek knows the boundaries that separate fact from fiction. He knows them so well that he's learned how to break them. He exists inside his verse, but recognizes the lies, the contradictions. He both does and does not believe his own tales.
How is Almalexia any different?
She believes her tales implicitly, as does everyone else. Her capacity for deception appears limitless. She sows lies like a master gardener sows seeds, and the harvest of trust and breathtaking in scope.
Does that bother you?
Not in the slightest. As I said, we are, all of us, bound by our nature. Almalexia does what she does because she cannot do otherwise. It will not end well. But then, even the best endings rarely bring joy.
And what about Vivek?
Vivek is my brother. He knows my struggles and I know his. That knowledge makes our relationship complicated. To truly know someone is as much a curse as
What are his souls?
regret. We are bound by that at least. He also suffers a kind of enslavement. Not unlike my own, in fact. Beauty holds the keys to his shackles. Beauty and a love of great works, great heights. His appetites are insatiable, thus his despair.
Despair?
Yes, a poet's despair. Vivek craves writable freedom, the death of all limits and restrictions. He wishes to be all things at all times. Every race, every gender, every hero, both divine and finite. But in the end, he can only be Vivek.
And that's not enough to be a god hero?
Not even remotely.
So what is all this for? The Clockwork City?
I sometimes ask myself the same thing. May I confess something to you?
Of course.
I suffer from a peculiar ailment. Shall I describe it? I bear the cruel weight of certainty. Total, absolute, relentless certainty. People rarely comprehend the luxury of doubt, the freedom that comes with indecision. I envy you.
Didn't you just say that you question whether the city is worth the effort?
Indeed. But such questions are flaccid. Cursory indulgences that come and go in an instant. The truth is that my actions, both good and evil, are inevitable. Locked in time. Determined by chains of action and consequence.
So you were forced to build the Clockwork City?
Compelled. This city serves a noble goal. The redemption of Tamriel. The unification of competing forces. The destruction of the Daedra. Unfortunately, it is an endeavor built upon a lattice of corpses. Betrayal, untold horrors. Do you understand?
Maybe?
Maybe. The word I covet above all others. Hold to that word, my friend, and never let go.
Oh, I do in real life, Sotha Sil, and I shall do so in the world of Elder Scrolls. Changing the subject, what did you want to talk to me about?
I instructed Devaith to run from the battle that is to come. Now, I urge you to run toward it. Long ago I brokered a truce with the princes of Oblivion. This pact bound 8 princes to an oath that they would never again set foot on Tamriel.
If that's true, how did Nocturnal attack the Cognitone?
Nocturnal was not present when the princes signed the Cold Harbor Compact. Thus she flouts its restrictions. Now, this is important. Nocturnal does not act alone. 2 other princes lie in wait. Clavicus Vile and Mafala.
I already defeated Clavicus Vile and Vardenfell.
Defeated? Forgive my candor, but Clavicus Vile cannot be defeated through force of arms. Neither can Mafala.
So what should we do?
I have preparations to make outside my clockwork realm. You must stay vigilant. Take heed of any Daedric incursions and stand ready to fight. The prisoner wields great power, making reality of metaphor. We will need you before
Why do you keep calling me the prisoner?
A fool's hope, perhaps. I should explain. Look around you. All of this exists because it must exist. I stand here, in this place, in this moment, not because I wish to, but because I have to. A result of action and consequence.
So, wouldn't that make you the prisoner?
Clever, but incorrect. The prisoner must apprehend 2 critical insights. First, they must face the reality of their imprisonment. They must see the determinative walls, the chains of causality that bind them to their course.
And you haven't done that?
I have, but I fall short of the second insight. The prisoner must see the door to their cell. They must gaze through the bars and perceive that which exists beyond causality, beyond time. Only then can they escape.
You don't see the door?
I see only unsteady walls. If the people of Tamriel must exist inside this cell, I will make sure that the walls are stable, the gaps are sealed, and all who remain stay safe within it. Do you like this place? I've met few heroes like you.
Here we go. Ooh, achievement! The Burden of Knowledge. Complete the Light of Knowledge quest. Okay. Check out what he gave us. Not even mad, it looks cool. Okay, well, we got that done, and I'm assuming we have nothing else left to do in the Clockwork City. I'll look it up, though, to make sure. But if we have nothing left to do in the Clockwork City, that means we're under the Dark Brotherhood. That's gonna be fun. So, until the next one, beekos, this has been Eric, the Plague Doctor, 981YT, and I will see all of you wonderful people in the next one. And I am gonna double check with the plague mask, see if it worked out at the beginning of this video or not. You obviously already know, but I'm gonna go back and watch it to see, and if I think it was good or decent, I'll probably wear it in the future. If not, I probably won't. So, until the next one, bye!